addictions, bipolar, etc. And I like to say this, we have a holistic approach. There's a whole list of stuff that we have to deal with. And certainly when they get out, they have to deal with parole and probation fees, child support fees, and they've been getting their meals every day. They've been didn't have to worry about electric, gas, water. Then they're put in the situation where now we have to deal with this while they can be violated for not taking care of their parole and probation fees. So this is an issue. I like to say that the most critical time is the first 90 days when they get out. The first thing we do is develop an ISP, an individual service plan. It's one thing, let me say this candidly, it's one thing to have a service plan in the jail.
Well, I was going to ask you that. So you're the first time you have the contact is once they've been released.
When they've been
now, can you imagine when you actually have contact while they're in the jail, knowing they're going to be released and they have a place to go, which is what you're talking about?
Right. So certainly we have facilities in D.C., Prince George's, Charles County, and Baltimore. So we get to see the whole picture. And one of the biggest things is once they get out, it's a different ball game. They're staying with their baby mama, they're staying with Boo Boo and Peanut and them, and that's a whole different ball game because every 2 weeks they have to move to somewhere else. So it's hard for them to get their programmatic services. When we house them, we have emergency shelter housing where they come out where they have nothing. Then we have transition level 1 where they're starting support. Maybe they're working part-time. They're starting to support themselves, and they're in semi-private occupancy. Transition level 2, they're still in semi-private occupancy, but they might have their TV, their own TV, their own stereo, a car. Then they move to transition level 3 where they're in single-room occupancy. And then from single-room occupancy, they go to some stop at single-room occupancy. But others are able to reach the point where they can go to an efficiency, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, or a house. And we take them from one point all the way to the other. And we try to be a support system for them for at least a 3-year period in supporting them.
And who's paying for this? Who's paying for this?
That's
tough question, I know. Right?
That's a great question. One of the things that we've done, certainly we've gotten millions of dollars worth of support from county and state, but we don't get it for direct services oftentimes. We've been able to get bond bills to purchase apartment buildings and houses. We've been able to get CDBG money to help expand our technology and pay for beds. We've also used the faith community. The faith community certainly is a sleeping giant. And we get the faith community to participate. I'm also the vice president of the Collective Empowerment Group in Prince George's County. And that's 150, 200 churches. So we have the faith community actually sponsoring the housing for anywhere from 3 to 6 months for those returning citizens. So again, it's a holistic approach. There are a lot of things that have to be done. And another key component is working with, we're partnered with Parole and Probation, Department of Corrections, Social Services, the police, the sheriff's office, everybody that's involved in it, we have ongoing relationships with and communicate with.